We nailed our targets for ticker symbol VIRI. Once again, let's go ahead and see what the potentials are for the coming days. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. Once again, this is ARCa coming at you with a VIRI, technicals, raw price action, and statistical thread of analysis on this Hump Day Wednesday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, you guys, so I have run a new back test here on the buy daily time frame. I did have a buy daily time frame back test of volatility versus momentum, and that was actually particular to critical contraction to expansion. So I actually reversed it since we are coming from the expansive levels, right? So critical expansive levels. So in this case, anytime that expansion has started contracting, particularly below the 90%, paired with stochastic momentum to the upside, I have taken note of every iteration's upside thrust, the duration, and the amount of times that the profile of volatility versus momentum got the upside guessed correctly versus incorrectly. And as you can see here, that there have been on the buy daily time frame 7 out of 7 iterations here, giving us a 100% upside accuracy with a 19.47% upside thrust. This is the mean over the span of about 24 days. Okay, so now the 19.47% mean does have a standard deviation of 11.29%. I did calculate the upper bound and the lower bound of the first standard deviation as well. So you can see here that, let's see, 19.47% was actually met just yesterday, and now the 30.76% upper bound, actually that's exactly where 134 lands, and that is where we closed today. From the firing of the signal right down here at about 102 to 134, that is absolutely the upper bound. So this kind of gives it a matured signal. However, we have still a continuation to the upside on the stochastic momentum pivots, both of the EMA 3 and the SMA 14, and we're definitely contracting here from volatility. So this play is actually still on, and although the buy daily signature has already been realize that does not mean that the 5-day backtest is complete. Remember that the 5-day backtest we ran yesterday had a top side of 64.76% to the upside, giving us a target of about $2.02. Now, since yesterday, I did calculate the standard deviation too. So this 64.76% mean has a standard deviation of 60.24% with with an upper bound of the first standard deviation landing at 125% to the upside. Now, measuring that 125% to the upside puts us in a very curious area. So that's about $2.79, right? So let's just go back to the buy daily and see what that looks like. So $2.79, right? So actually, let me see what other time frame I have where we can actually see where we can see the price action, right? I guess the 12-hour can do it. So let's see. Here we go. So $2.92. Was that what we said? No way. Let's see real quick. Let's see, where is it? Sorry, guys, just a quick sec. I want to just make sure that we get this right. So 279, right? Okay. So 279 puts us right under the 272, and also this is the curious part about it. Okay, so let me go ahead and just draw you this range from here. Okay, from the top side of this gap, right? So right over here and then to 279, right? So 280 is okay. That's about as close as we're gonna get. And this is now the resistance range that we're looking at, considering the top of that candle, right? Which is, I mean, the space is incredibly tight, considering that it's data tested, right? It's let's see, man, It's within the 10 percentile, right? So 10.92% is the gap that we're getting for a 125% move to the upside. And please remember that it's a statistic, right? It's not a certainty. We must identify that as such. Okay, you guys. So now if we're looking at these targets here, let's just extend this and take a look at how awesome those targets are for us. Okay, so we have $2.80 landing just under the 2.272 and the top side of the, you know what, I can still correct it just a little bit. What is the actual valuation of that candle? So that's a high of 315. Okay, perfect. All right, so and the 315 takes us right in between, just slightly under the 2.618 golden mean, you guys. So that is it's still in the cards. The price action is still suggesting a continuation to the upside. Yesterday, I did mention that we could actually retrace for a little bit in the immediate short-term time frame. Unfortunately, that did not happen. But the targets that we were looking at regarding the 2.618 at 145 and my personal resistance at 144 absolutely got met today to the absolute penny, right? So you can actually hover over this candle here and take a look at the high for the H value, right? So go ahead and take a look right up there. So that is $1.44 directly to the top side of our resistance range. Okay, you guys. So that is yeah, and I remember also that the 200-day simple moving average was located there too on a different time frame, right? So this is I'm just trying to say here that VIRI still has an upside bias, actually, and I'm still favoring the bulls within this. Okay, now first of all, because of the shorter time frames, they all kind of cascaded into the upper time frames, right? So you can see here on the daily time frame, we still have an upside pivot. Please notice on the 3-day time frame, it's barely entering the overbought overbought percentile here with an upside pivot still, and we have that 5-day in the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile. This is very likely to continue on to the upside. Okay, so it looks like in the immediate short-term time frame, we could have a little bit of an ebb and flow, slight maybe consolidation, right? But this into the mid session, following to the later part of the session, very likely the price action can continue to the upside, but we always have to practice risk management within this. Okay, you guys, I understand that I'm giving you some ridiculous targets over here, but please know that we have relevant areas of resistance coming up. Okay, the 144 level that we touched today is absolutely the high that we got on this candle here. This was a dead 144 touch as well. Of course, we're going to resist there. Okay, so if we do face a downside tomorrow, expect the downside to be testing the bottom side, the top side of the newly converted resistance into support mean band of the Gaussian channel, which could be at about 126 before a continuation to the upside and eventually touching the area of about 161 tomorrow. We can actually retrace from that as well, right? So just like yesterday, guys, I gave that 144, 145 as a target that we can reach today as a 20% gainer, and we absolutely met it to the T, right? So I see still a continuation to the upside, you guys. If FOMO does kick in, any of the targets to the upside can be looked at. This $1.61 level that I'm looking at could be invalidated immediately, and the price action can continue to the upside even still. Okay, you guys, but please remember that I am still looking at a potential upper bound of the first standard deviation of 125% thrust to the upside, which could lead the price action. There is a probability here, okay, that it could be to $2.80 to $3.15. Okay, you guys, now closing any candles above that $3.15 zone could essentially catapult the price action to higher levels, right? So particularly $4 before, using that zone of $4 and $4.51 as an area of resistance, we would need to close some daily candles above that, validate that support, and then continue on to face the next resistance of about $6 or $6.02. Okay, you guys, so that's essentially how price action would continue here. It's looking very good for ticker symbol VIRI, but please remember to protect your gains. Okay, you guys, and first and foremost, remember that I am not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. Okay, you guys, but with that said, I wish you well, a very, very good night, and I will catch you at the bell. Mañana. Adios.